Hello and welcome to this presentation of Deck Boulevard. I'm Filip Coulianos, the creator, and in this video I'll go through the development process of Deck Boulevard as well as common tactics the players use. Decadence is a 2 vs 2 multiplayer mod based upon the Source engine. It was developed by me and my classmates from the University of Skövde. The game is about capturing and holding a strategic point while keeping the enemy team away from the capture area. This is a total conversion, which means that all art, assets, audio, and animations are made by the Decadence development team. A Decadence level is divided into 3 completely separate small levels that we call arenas. The goal is to control all these arenas. The game starts in the middle arena. Both arenas on each end of it are controlled by the teams. If the middle area is captured, the game moves on to the arena in favor to the winning team. The game goes back and forth until one team has captured all 3 arenas. When developing Decadence, we didn't want the players to play on too big areas with too many options, or give the player too few choices. To get our head around the perfect balance, we spent months just rapidly prototyping levels with different gameplay styles to come up with a good recipe for levels that were suitable for 2 vs 2 tactical combat. One of the results of this rapid prototyping was Deck Boulevard. The way we worked was to iterate by doing very rough layouts and then have them playtested basically from the first week in development, and then continued playtesting as the development went on and improved the layout continuously. The level setting is in the center of a big city. The middle arena is a big parliament, and the 2 ends are being played at each end of a boulevard. Let's have a look at the neutral arena. This is the neutral arena. The strategic point, which is called Water Node, is positioned in the upper middle of the map. The players have to keep within the yellow circle for a set period of time to capture the Water Node. Each team spawns at each end of the street marked by an X. The neutral arena is always symmetric to ensure that both teams are playing on equal conditions. Basically, there are 3 routes the player can use to engage the Water Node. The main route, which is pretty much straightforward, but also the most dangerous. Then we have the flanking route. Mostly the attackers split up and have one taking the attention on the main route, while the other one attacks on the flank. Finally, we have the interconnections that allow players to switch tactics as well as attack the Water Node from other angles. There are 2 advantageous points the defenders can use to defend the capture area. One usual defensive strategy is to have one player standing at one of these points and then have the other trying to outflank the attackers. Since Deck Boulevard was one of the 2 levels released in the first version of Decadence, the Boulevard would most likely be the first level a new player would play. Therefore, I decided the neutral arena of the Boulevard to be as simple as I possibly could make it from a layout perspective. I shaped it into an incredibly easy arena where the players understood the basic routes and could apply tactics already the first time they played it. So this is one of the base arenas. The base arenas in this level are more complex, since the player by now should, when they've played through the neutral arena for a couple of minutes, have more experience with the game and understand its dynamics. Both base arenas have same layout but different art directions to ensure that the game is even for both teams. The base arenas are asymmetrical to give the defending team an upper hand. Defenders, which are blue, start closer to the Water Node and has height advantage. The attackers start on the other end of the level marked by a red X. First, we have the straight-on approach from the attacking team. This route is the shortest, but also the most guarded by the blue team. Then we have the longer approach. This one works very well as a complement to the first one when the team chooses to split up. Finally, we have the third route, which focuses on stealth by attacking the defender from the rear. Then of course we have interconnections to allow players to switch tactics in the middle of the action. The defender's first route is here. It's the shortest but also the most dangerous. However, it's a great complement to the second route, which also has one advantageous point a player can use to cover his teammate. Finally, we have the stealth route that connects with the red team's routes. As you can see, both teams use roughly half the map to move around, but blue team has more cover and shorter routes to the water node, giving them an advantage. The philosophy I had when designing the boulevard was to work with very open environments to let the players get a good understanding of how they should use the lever to their advantage from the very beginning. I also worked very hard on letting the players see the objective just after a few seconds of running to help them know where to go. That's it for this presentation of the boulevard. If you wish to read more about the mod or give the map a try, please visit www.decadencemod.com. You can find more of my work at www.filip.coulianos.se.